Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy CL Anthony from the Hardwood Nations podcast. My partner Bryce Ward is on vacation today. Well, what a game. What a fantastic NBA game we had last night with the Milwaukee Bucks pulling ahead of the Phoenix Suns to take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals for the year 2021. The first thing that comes to mind is that the Suns came out hot. They stifled the Bucks in that first quarter, but the Bucks roared back in the second quarter to actually take the lead going into halftime. From that point on, the game was tight until the very few seconds to where Milwaukee pulled away. So what happened? The box score indicates a very tightly contested contest. But here's one thing for sure. The Milwaukee Bucks and their big three of Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Drew Holiday played their most complete game of this NBA season, and it paid off by them stealing a road victory in Phoenix. The path to the championship is clear right now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Win game six at home, and you're going to be the 2021 NBA champions. For Phoenix, it's a little dire right now. You have to go into Milwaukee, win on the road, then go back to Phoenix and try to clinch it at home. It's going to be a tough task for the Phoenix Suns. And this is one thing I'll say. As an old Phoenix head, God told Charles Barkley they was going to win a championship 28 years ago. He never said what year. It still can be this year. So Phoenix don't give up hope just yet. As far as Milwaukee, their last championship won was in the 1970s. That city has been hungry for a winner, and for what Giannis did this offseason to commit to the Bucks after having overtures from other teams and having a slight desire to leave, but he decided to stay, this would be a great victory for him and that franchise. And there's one thing I also want to highlight. In the offseason, when the Bucks traded for Drew Holiday, I'm on the record as saying that Drew Holiday will not win the Bucks an NBA title. He won't be that missing piece. Well, it looks like I'm going to eat a little crow going forward because Drew Holiday again had his most complete game as a member of the Bucks last night. So, whew, crazy game, but it was beautifully orchestrated by Coach Bud Budenholzer and also Monty Williams of the Phoenix Suns. These guys had their teams firing on all cylinders. You know, Giannis had a very quiet, I believe, 32-point performance, but he was a facilitator for most of the nights, being a decoy. And then you had Devin Booker, who had another 40-point game. Chris Paul came out of his funk, but it just wasn't enough. So, as far as from a fan standpoint, as far as watching the game, it was beautiful to watch. Threes was falling, field goal percentage was high, movement, pick and roll. It was gorgeous. It was a gorgeous basketball game. But kudos again to the Milwaukee Bucks for pulling ahead and winning the game. And as I tweeted last night, the winners of Game Five in the 7 game series usually wins the series a high percentage of the time. All of us picked the Phoenix Suns to win this series. Some of us picked them to win this series easily. Well, it looks like Milwaukee had something to prove. They saw all the press, they saw all the tweets that they were the underdogs. Giannis came back from that incredible knee injury in incredible timing, and it looks like he's going to capture now his first NBA championship, which validates his career going forward. As far as Chris Paul, if the Phoenix Suns lose the series, the basketball gods are cruel. It'll be Phoenix's third loss in the NBA Finals, their third opportunity. And who knows, with an average of about 17 years in between each finals run, who knows when they will return. Undoubtedly, this would be a horrible end for Chris Paul as he leans towards the end of his career. Um, for Devin Booker, it's a growing experience for him. Sometimes you have to go through that pain before you know how it feels to win. So he's going through that right now. But again, kudos to the Milwaukee Bucks because I didn't see them going into that Game 5 and winning that game in that hostile environment. And they did. So kudos. And if they can seal the deal next Wednesday night, I believe, congratulations. Drink all the wine you can and be safe because you guys earned it and you guys deserved it. And I'd be proud to call you champions at that point. So we ran a poll last night. Well, forgive me, we ran a poll yesterday afternoon. For only our third time and our second week in a row, we gave the fans an opportunity to pick a topic that we're going to talk about on the Hardwood Nations podcast. So this week was full of Damian Lillard trade rumors, trade demands, whatever. And then also, we had the premiere of Space Jam: A New Legacy, effectively Space Jam 2. So you guys want us to talk about Space Jam 2, so I watched the movie, and here's going to be my first official movie review on the Hardwood Nations podcast. The first 30 minutes of this movie was unbearable. I actually went to sleep during the first 30 minutes of the movie, and then I had to finish it the very next day. But the first 30 minutes was absolutely unbearable. It was too much, to me, too much LeBron James, too much grandstanding. Uh, his performance was a little wooden. And then the tune showed up about 30 minutes in when he ran into bugs. But that's where the movie actually started to improve because cartoon LeBron James, and if you guys saw it, you know what I'm talking about. Cartoon LeBron James is actually a better actor than in person LeBron James. So I believe he was more comfortable doing the voiceover than he was with the camera actually in his face. So that's where the movie kind of got better. You know, I know the critics killed the movie, called it an IP dump because you saw all the Warner Brothers IPs in the movie. I didn't mind that as much because I liked it when Bugs was gathering up the other tunes. Um, and then once you got to the actual game, the action of the game, the video game elements of the actual basketball game, I enjoyed that greatly. It was refreshing actually. The fake out with Michael Jordan being Michael B. Jordan, yeah, I get it. You know, it was cute. If I was a kid, I might have would have appreciated it more than I did as an adult. But you know, a little vague mention of Michael Jordan. Um, but I really think even though this is a LeBron James movie, it's a fatherhood movie. I really liked the actor that played Dom, his son. Um, that kid is very dynamic. Um, he's going to be around a long time. So I did like his character arc. As a father myself, I could appreciate his character arc. Um, yeah, I could understand some of the lessons that were implanted throughout the movie about fatherhood and paying wanting one thing for your kid, but actually paying attention to what your kid may want. So I did that did connect with me slightly. The graphics were fantastic, of course. I thought there should have been a little more of Dame time because that was absolutely excellent. Don Cheadle is Don Cheadle. I'm not a fan of his, but for what he is, he did okay in this movie. So I would actually watch it again. You know, outside of the first 30 minutes, I would give it a C plus if I had to rank it. It'd be a C plus for me. But yeah, it was definitely entertaining outside of the first 30 minutes. So kudos to LeBron James. It looks like Space Jam 2 had a huge weekend. Despite the critics bashing the movie, I know LeBron James tweeted out how high haters in response to some of the hate that the movie had been getting. But again, not a fantastic movie, but it's an enjoyable movie. I didn't think I would like it going into it, and it actually turned me around. So hopefully, you guys take your time out to give it a watch. And kudos to Warner Brothers with all their IPs in there. I even saw the clown from It in there. I mean, they had like everybody in there. They had a cut scene from Mad Max Fury Road, which I tell everybody that's the most fantastic movie I've seen in probably the last 20 years. So that was pretty interesting as well. So they did the job. Is it as good as the first Space Jam? No. I'm an old head, so it will never be as good as that movie. And as I told my wife, Charles Barkley and Bill Murray really made that movie, outside of Michael Jordan. But no, it's not as good as the first Space Jam, but it's definitely good enough for someone to give it a watch. So this is what we have coming up this week. We're going to have a winner of the NBA Finals. So by this time next week, we will be celebrating the new champion, be it Phoenix or be it the Milwaukee Bucks. We will also deliver another fan topic for you guys to vote on for us to talk about. I know we're running a little short today, but I don't have my sidekick with me today, so I'm just freestyling and free flowing right now. But to all the basketball fans, this is why we love the game. Last night was a perfect example of why this game will always be around and why this game resonates with people. Because if you truly appreciate basketball, you'll appreciate the effort and the execution that both the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns gave us last night. So, for more basketball content, for more NBA content, please visit thehardwoodnation.net. Also, visit our YouTube page. Just search for the Hardwood Nation. We're also on Instagram and Discord and TikTok as the Hardwood Nation. So thank you, fam, and we will talk to you next time.